Hey everybody, this is David Evans from Pick TV Network. I'm so happy today to bring to you our main man, Brother O, is coming on with the Prison Freedom Show 2024, popping it just for you, Brother O. How you doing, man?
I'm all right. How you doing, Dr. Evans?
Man, we're doing good, man. How's the weather down there in Chi-Town?
You know what? It was a little windy earlier, but it's been relatively warm. I really can't complain. We've had some pretty nice days. It did rain earlier, right?
Right.
But for the most part, the weather's been pretty good.
All right, well, let's get right into it, man. You have a special guest on that the world's waiting to hear on the Prison Freedom Show. So I'm going to get off the screen so you can get on the screen with her. Come on, tell us who you got today, Brother O.
All right. So, in honor of National Women's Month, that's what we're going to be doing these shows today with first our Prison Freedom Program, and then later on we're going to have Hello America. Well, today I have activist and revolutionary Jasmine Smith, and she is a member of the Chicago Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression. She ardently fights for justice for two of her loved ones, and along with others who were wrongfully convicted by the Chicago Police Department. Jasmine believes the war against Black people catalyzed by slavery continues as it's perpetuated by newer, more advanced and sophisticated forms, changing its shape in a protean-like manner, yet achieving its intended goals of profiting from exploitation of human capital and labor as it slowly diminishes and deteriorates the human soul. So, everyone, give a warm welcome to our guest for today, Miss Jasmine Smith.
Hello, everyone. I'm just so honored to be a part of being able to connect and educate people on what it is that I'm doing out here fighting front lines. And I want to thank you guys for the opportunity. And yeah, so I'm excited to just give knowledge and hopefully bring in people to join what it is that we're doing here in Chicago, Illinois, and just move forward like on this journey of getting justice for our people, Black and brown people.
Okay, so how has your month been? How's the month
This
been going so far? How's the month been going so?
this month has been very, very busy. We had unexpected visitors. Recently, just as of yesterday and the day before yesterday, we met with the National Secretary Minister of South Africa. She was sent in, her and the ambassadors were sent in from the president out there to come and just spread basically like a SOS call to give us a warning and an update as to what our government is attacking them on, and basically us, uniting in such a manner that we can unite to just help protect them and basically put pressure on our government to say hands off of South Africa. Um, uh, We've been planning. We just kicked off basically our campaign to push for a referendum that we getting put on the November ballot. And that referendum is going to be tackling different things dealing with the police contract because it's about to get ready to come up for a new one. So we want to be able to have power over that using the bodies that we have pushed already and won by law, that's sitting in the seats that's able to have a say so over their contract. Um, we're getting ready to rally a lot of people to go out tabling. The weather is breaking, so this be the season where we get out in different neighborhoods throughout South, North, West, East, to just give out, our pamphlets and brochures educating people on what it is that we're doing here at the Chicago Alliance. We are a Chicago branch of a national alliance. We have different branches in many different other cities. And just basically just trying to get people to join and get involved and to let them know like it's stuff that's really going on that's detrimental to our culture, in the Black and brown communities mainly is
Okay.
you
Okay.
know
So now you were talking about your organization, right?
yeah.
So speaking of your organization, for those who do not know, right, break this down for them. What is the Chicago Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression? How long have you been a part of this organization, and how'd you come to join forces with their cause? And you
The
remember,
last question. What was the last question? How to what?
how'd you come to join forces with them?
Okay, so the Chicago Alliance Against Racism and Political Repression has been around for 50 years now. They started around 1973 with the Angela Davis movement, with the campaign to free all political prisoners. And from there, they joined forces with families that's directly impacted with police misconduct, and wrongful convictions and things of that nature. I joined this organization in 2020. I was out networking because of my two loved ones, Lester Owens and Rico Clark, both our biological brothers. They were wrongfully convicted by one of the highest paid sergeants and his partners here in Chicago. His name is Brian P. Forberg, and we found out through lawyers, other defense lawyers, that it was more than just those two, which we knew it was more people, but we didn't know that it was such a big number. Like it's right now known, it's like maybe 22 of them that's still incarcerated fighting wrongful convictions due to this sergeant. So they sent me out on a mission basically to find any organizations that can help and that's working in this field, and sent me out to different events. And I ran across Chicago Alliance. I was just telling them, like, I already started trying to make noise to bring attention to their cases at the courthouse. And Frank Chapman, which is the executive director of the National Alliance, he just told me whatever it is that I needed them to do, this is what they fight for, that they got me, they're going to stand behind me and at no cost. And from there, I just, joined their meetings. I joined, went to a couple of meetings. And also I had an event here that I hosted that they, didn't charge me. And I was just like, oh, wow. Me meeting other organizations is like always come with a price, or they wasn't like quick to be accepted to getting directly on board with what it is that I was pushing and help, joining me to expose, the detectives that I was trying to expose. So when they basically opened their arms to me, it was like just, flowing easily, like for me to get things done. I got flyers made. They helped me get flyers made and all of that. So basically, from just months' time of them seeing like how dedicated I was, how outspoken I am, how fearless I am, and just them learning like my past and my history, and just basically this being like my divine calling, they seen like if they had to put me in a higher position, which is a leadership role, and they see the passion and, just the future, what the future holds of what I could bring to this organization, and just helping the many survivors that we help, which is men and women. And it's hundreds of them still, suffering behind bars right now, waiting for their justice day to get their freedom and to be returned to society. So it's just been green light and on the ground ever since. I ran into this organization, didn't join any other organizations, just this one.
Okay, so tell us about your upbringing.
So I was born on the south side of Chicago in the hundreds. A lot of people call it the wild hundreds or whatever. I was, for the most part of my younger years, I was raised in a home with a stepfather and my mom and my two younger sisters. It's just three girls. I'm the oldest. I was raised basically in a good foundation for the most part. And then as things went sour between my mom and her relationship, she ended up being a single mama again, raising three girls. So it, life wasn't easy for my mom. And of course, me being the oldest, I witnessed everything that she had to go through, the struggles and stuff, and living in a certain areas that we lived in, from gun violence and drug abuse. My mama wasn't no drug addict, so let me get that straight. But I come from a family that was, drug, abusers and things like that. So I don't see pretty much of everything that people don't see, far as death, far as experiencing. Like, I'm a single mother. I have a 17-year-old daughter, soon to be 18. She had a traumatic life and an upbringing. It's just generational curses that unfortunately hit my path, and I had to go through with my daughter, and she was shot. I done dealt with gun violence through her being shot on the streets of Chicago and being a survivor of that. And it's just, I've been through, the ringer, but I'm a survivor. I'm not, a victim. I keep pushing, because I believe in a higher power, and I believe, everything happens for a reason, and everyone has a testimony, and only the strong survives. So that's what's been getting me through.
Okay, and that's I'm glad to hear that about your resilience, despite all of the difficulties that you've had to face. So now, here's a word that's thrown around a lot, or that's used kind of loosely, I believe, and it's the word revolutionary. And so, in your mind, what is a revolutionary?
That is a good question. To me, in my mind, a revolutionary is a person that's resilient, is a person that is fearless, is a person that's not selfish but selfless, is a person that's about truly gaining justice for their people and gaining the access that we need to truly see a revolution in the world that we in right now. To me, it's a person with many sacrifices. Like, you have to be a person that's willing to sacrifice whatever for the greater good. Going up against the big bad wolves, like, without being afraid or unapologetically speaking the truth. And a true revolutionary is a person that like, to me, that has it already. You have to be like built for this, or it already has to be in you that you're not a sellout, or that you're not going to take any mess from people that that's been tearing us up, that's been lashing us up since day one. Like,
Right.
True revolutionaries I feel like they keep pushing and keep striving until they can succeed at getting the job done. That, to me, that's what a revolutionary is, like, getting the job done. And we all know, well, most people know, like, what that looks like getting revolution, like, if us succeeding really at getting revolution here in the world that we live in.
Okay, so everyone everyone that's tuning in case you weren't here when we began, my name is Orion Meadows. This is the Prison Freedom Program on the PIC TV network, and today we have our guest, Miss Jasmine Smith. She's with the Chicago Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression, and she's talking about her life experience, her upbringing rather, and some of the causes that she is fighting for through her organization. So here's a question. So you say that you feel indebted to fill the shoes of activists such as Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Huey Newton, and so forth. Why do you feel indebted? And personally, why do you think that others from our community should also feel indebted?
Number one, if it wasn't for them and the many things that they fought for, and the many sacrifices that they made to unite us as a culture and to fight against the higher ups, we wouldn't have the freedom and access that we have right now, right? They done a lot of things and voiced and demanded and stood in the streets and put pressure on the same people who basically are oppressors. So me, as I get older, and just my loved ones open the doors to me to really just step into my true destiny. It's just, ever since I was a little girl, like, I looked up, like, I had a very tied, like, I guess it was like a soul tied to our history, slavery, and the things that our ancestors and stuff had to endure. And it put anger, but at the same time, a fight in me that I always knew as a little girl, and even just witnessing like domestic and police misconduct at a young age. I always a person that was very outspoken, took up for people and stuff like that. So it was just like going and looking at them, and I say I'm indebted to them. It's like, because now looking at what we're going through now, is it to me. It's changed, but me personally, I feel like we're still slaves in so many different ways. Like the only thing that they did was took the chains off of us, and they opened up the prisons. They dividing and conquering like what they wanted to do. Our race is the most divided right now, and right now they no laws was never really put in place to protect us. We were never really fully educated the way that we should be. Financial literacy, on our history. They trying to take away our history right now, the little history that they did put in the schools. They using the internet and these idols and music and all of that right now to poison our youth. So it's like they just find many different things to distract our people more now than ever, because years ago, during those times, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm, and Ashada Shakur and all of those, Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., it was structure. You had more of our Black people, saying, hell no. You can't pay me no money to not fight for what is right. And it's like every day I wake up, I just feel like, what am I doing really in life if I'm not fighting for a better future for my grandchild, fighting for a better future for my nephew, my nieces, and fighting for our people who are voiceless behind bars, that's up against the system. And then the majority of them have families who are a part of, being brainwashed, or is out of sight, out of mind. And a lot of our people just don't care about nothing. Like the love is gone, the trust is gone within our race. And I'm just going to fight like hell to try to bring that momentum back of us standing with each other. Regardless of anything, we got to stand and fight and unite against our true enemy, like other than making ourselves our own enemies. And that's basically falling in the lines of what all our ancestors were trying to do. It was a little bit easier for them because they made a call, or they organized, and right. They brought out hundreds of thousands of Black people, Black and brown people. And now it's like you got to pull, just like fighting tooth and nail with trying to get our people to show up for us. And
so, and we're going to go to a commercial break soon, but just quickly, and let's see, maybe 2 to 3 minutes, if you can answer this question before we go to a commercial break. How can we resolve this? What's the solution to this? What you were referring to as far as the division?
To me personally, the division is, number one, the resources, right? That's what causing a lot of division. Money issues, people having money issues, people going through, not having the financial means to really be involved with grassroots organizations that's pushing this, for us to stay connected and stay grounded with each other. You got a lot of people that just don't know. I'm an Uber driver time to time, and I ask our people who get in that rides with me, like, do you know about this? A lot of the people don't even know. So the main thing is people like us who have these means of being able to have podcasts, have, TV, minutes on TV shows, radio shows to promote each other and what we're doing out here in the communities, so people can be like, a lot of people listen to radio. Like, I feel like a lot of supposedly black radio stations need to be promoting these grassroots organizations where they're located at, for people to get involved and educate our people on what's going on, like far as the elections, far as the police misconduct in the community, as far as the resources that they can reach out to. It's just like a lot of people need to be re-educated on what they've been educated on. A lot of people have been taught the wrong thing. And it's up to us who were, consciously, and woke up and got on the conscious level of learning and retraining and re-educating ourselves on our true history and what's really going on in reality, other than trying to look up to what or believe in everything that they're telling us. So I believe it's on us as organizers, as activists, and as revolutionaries to fight like hell, to have town hall meetings, to be in spaces like this, to educate our people and let them know that, listen, it's a bigger enemy than your brother and your sister that you fighting with, or that you trying to kill, or that you beefing with over petty stuff. They ain't the enemy. This is the enemy. You want to fight somebody? I got somebody who you can fight. And a lot of people just been directed in the wrong direction, and it's up to us to redirect them. So that's what I feel like is going to take. And I feel like everybody, if you're not waking up and trying to make a difference for your babies that you bring in this world, your grandkids, your family, whoever, you may not have kids. If you're not really trying to make a difference, then what are you doing? You just existing.
Right.
God didn't put us on this earth to sit back and keep taking lashes from our enemy. That's a fact.
Okay, and I definitely agree. So everyone, this is the PIC TV Network, Prison Freedom Program. I'm Orion Meadows. Tell everybody, if you're watching, tell everybody about our network. We're on Roku, Facebook, Instagram. Tell them about different programs that we have. We have the Prison Freedom Program. We have Hello America and other programs on the PIC TV Network. We've been doing this for a while now, and we want to continue to be able to provide content such as this, and to have guests like Miss Jasmine Smith coming on here, providing you with a lot of information that's very important to our community. So we're going to go to a commercial break, but we will be back soon as we are finished with this break, and we're going to continue with our interview with our guest today.
Here tonight on the red carpet of the biggest night in Washington, D.C. This is Pastor Macklin and First Lady Macklin. How proud are you of your son?
Wow, I am awesomely proud. I'm humbled at what God is doing in his life and how God is multiplying his talents. This is not only going to be the Ignite, but this is going to go national. First Lady's going to say a whole lot more about my son.
Oh my goodness, I am so humbly proud of Brandon. I mean, this is his dream, and to be here to witness his dream, and to be here also to see all of the wonderful people and how they support Brandon is amazing. God is so great and wonderful, and I prayed with my son this morning, and I prayed that he would have a successful event, and guess what? It is successful.
Well, he's on PIC TV Network. We had an interview with him. He almost started preaching. He almost preached on my TV network.
Oh yeah, we saw it.
You got a great network.
And when he coming back again.
You do a tremendous job.
Thank you, Pastor Macklin.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Right back here with Prison Freedom Show with Brother O. Man, I'm proud of you, man. Our special guest will be back in a second. But brother, just to hear Jasmine talk about her experience, man, and I'm from DC, you guys in Chicago. Man, she's a powerful woman, man, and her organization is going to do some amazing things.
Yeah, and I mean, there are a lot of people here in Chicago who are very passionate about making a change, making a difference in the city, in abroad, and
Yeah.
there are so many different causes and voices that need to be heard, and that's why it's important to have networks where we can be able to bring people on to discuss these things, because some of the issues some people may know a little bit about, and then with some they are oblivious to it entirely. So it's important to be able to have a platform where people can come on and then bring awareness to the masses about these issues that we're dealing with here.
I'm so proud, man. We're going to bring her back up, and you guys can get about another 12, 14 minutes to bring her in. But yeah, I'm so proud of Jasmine, man. She's like a little star, man. She might be taking my job, man. She's doing so good for the first time. She might be like trying to take the president's job. Let's get Jasmine back in.
Well, thank y'all for the compliments. I appreciate them.
All right. Yes. So we are back here on the Prison Freedom Program with Jasmine Smith. She works for the Chicago Alliance Against Racist Political Repression. And so we're going to continue with our interview. So for those who don't understand or can't make the connection, what are the new forms of oppression that perpetuate the institution of slavery that you were mentioning earlier?
Well, number one, the distractions, like the migrant situation, I feel like is a distraction where our people are like really disconnected with what's really going on behind scenes, the cost of living, the tax hike, the school system, the education system right now is bad. The staffing, the gun violence here, and just the resources for our youth is really, really poor. It always been bad. You said things that I feel is oppressing us, right?
Yeah, because I mean, you mentioned that these are basically new forms of the institution of slavery. So really, just perpetuating the institution of slavery. It has shape shifted into these newer, more, I guess you could say, sophisticated forms. So like a lot of people really can't make those connections. So that's what I was trying to get you to elaborate in a manner so that the people can understand. Because I know when I understand, right? But I know there are a lot of people who can't make those connections.
So it would be, to me, the things that's being promoted and that's being pushed out that really got our people blind and misinformed. So it's a lot of things that's in place and that's going on right now. And I would like to name a few of these things because I wrote them down, that they're not broadly pushing out far as television, commercial, advertisement on billboards, bus stops, train stations, all of these things that they use to advertise what they want us to see and want us to know and want us to believe and things like that. Vice versa, pushing out the things that's really going to help the Black and brown communities, our youth, to save, the youth. You have all of these people, a lot of people don't know, like, we're the number one city, like, with the most Black people that's in power positions, meaning elected officials, aldermen, congressmen, state's attorneys. We got judges, all of these people who, the governor, he ain't Black, but you have people that's on his team, all of these people that got the power. And we also have, like, the churches, like, a lot of our people go to church, of course, to give praises to the God that they believe in and things of that sort. But all of these main key factors that can really help us are not really helping us. if that makes sense. You got a lot of our people. It's a short amount of them that get in these positions and that promote and try to educate and really are for our people. Then you got a lot of them that just take the pay cut. That take the pay raises, and they whether take the money and be quiet and continue to let us fail, or continue to let us be blindsided by the wrong things, the wrong narratives. So like right now, because of my organization and our people power, number one, we are the main reason why Mayor Johnson won the election. That's number one. Number two, it's because of our movement and the campaigns that we ran that we have committees put in place by law called ECPS, and that's Empowering Community Public Safety, that a lot of our people don't know is in place. And these are the commissioners that they hold meetings every month to speak about public safety, and they have the powers to create policies, push policies, to promote policies in front of the mayor to hold police accountable. They also have done things that has been done by the body. They also was the reason that they got rid of the gang database. They have the powers to help pick superintendents and police chiefs and stuff like that. They had a voice in the say so of the new superintendent that we have now, Superintendent Snelden. And then from that body, you have district councilmen that we help with their campaigns. And these are just average community people, where it's by law that 3 district councilmen are appointed to each police district in Chicago. So if you in Chicago, Illinois, each one of us have a police district, right?
And you talking about COPA?
Huh? No, not COPA. No,
not COPA.
No, this are just average people like me or you, in a way, from that live in that particular police district in that neighborhood, that around the election time for Mayor Brandon Johnson, they were on the ballots too. And a lot of people wasn't aware of that, but we, the people, voted these district councilmen in. And the FOP, which is the Fraternal Order of Police, seeing what we had pushed and what we were able to get past, that they swindled their people in certain districts to run as well for district councilmen. So we have majority of our people that we voted for in each police district, and then they have some in each district too. But we have the majority, and like I said, each police district has 3 district councilmen that's appointed to that police district, where they were voted for and put in place to be able to go in these police districts and police the policemen. They're basically put in place to help the community have a better relationship, trust, and hold police accountable if they're being brought up for misconduct, like investigations that's being brought up through the police stations that's being hidden or thrown away to cover up them doing bad things. They have the power to oversee these things, and a lot of our community don't know about that.
Pardon me. So then what's the difference between that? I thought that was like connected or somewhat a part of COPA.
So COPA is somewhat like in the same manner, have those type of roles to play to hold police accountable and stuff like that. But as we know, COPA has not really been, effective when it comes to really holding police accountable as we in the Black and brown communities need them to do. So my organization, along with other allied organizations, came up with the district councilmen and the Empowering Community Public Safety commissioners and stuff like that, to override or step in and be able to oversee and make sure and hold COPA accountable as well for the lack thereof of them not doing what it is that they're supposed to be doing as far as holding police accountable for that misconduct. And, empowering the communities to be safer and building that trust in the gaps between the police and the community. And that's why we're now going to be hosting, educational sections here at our office located at 6353 South Cottage Grove under the Grand Ballroom. We have an email server list for people who want to get involved, like to just go on our social media page, or they can reach out to, me directly through emailing at activist Jasmine Smith at outlook.com. And we will get you guys involved and get you guys updated with everything that's going on with the ECPS commissioners, with the district councilmen. We can help you find your district councilman. If you don't know the district police district that you're in, we can help them sort out all of these things where they can get involved, because the district councilmen, along with the ECPS, host meetings, community meetings, open to the public every month, once a month. And a lot of these meetings has been very, very low on people involvement, our people, the community. And that's because the people who are higher ups are not advertising it like we want them to, like we need them to. And of course we know why,
And I'd just like to say this, because we're going to have to wrap it up. It's the same situation that they're dealing with in some of the countries in Africa, where you have the people who are in power, wherever colonialism exists, whether it's old form or neo-colonialism. That's what you're going to have. You're going to have people that are in power who are basically going to do the bidding of the people, who allow them to be able to attain those positions of power, or actually are putting them there. So that's what has happened here, because we like to look at, a lot of times we'll look at those other countries where these things are occurring, and because their conditions may be worse, or our conditions may not be as dire as theirs, we'll look at it as being a different situation. Just that we may live in a country that may be wealthier, may be more advanced technologically in some ways, but at the end of the day, you still are dealing with the impact or the presence of colonialism. And so we're dealing with the same thing that they're dealing in those countries in Africa, with the people who are in power, who are not doing their job or providing a worthy service to the people in the community that they're supposed to be serving. So that's where we are right now. So we got to close out. Thank you.
I just wanted to say one more thing, right? I just want our people, please stop being fooled, by what they're telling us, because it's not true. And that's how they keep us divided. Like what you were speaking about. A lot of our people say that what's going on in Africa, what's going on in Palestine doesn't have anything to do with us. We all have one common enemy that we are up against, and people losing sight of that. Like the same people that are oppressing these other countries are the same people who've been oppressing us for hundreds of years. So just because, like you said, it's different continents, different third world countries and stuff like that, it's all going up against a government that never cared about us in the first place. So I just want people to really pay attention and to get involved and stop fighting each other, stop killing each other, because when it's about to hit the fan, and when it hit the fan, we all gonna have to lean on each other regardless. And people not noticing that. And I don't want people to continue to wait until it slap us in the face when they already been putting it out there. It's just on us to pay attention and to unite. Like, stop being fools. Stop coming up with the excuses. Get out here and fight for what's right, and that's for us, and get the job done.
All right. Thank you very much. So she closed us out with that. And also, for those of you who are watching now, we will be back in approximately 15 minutes. And we're going to be doing Hello America. It's National Women's Month. So we're going to have 3 phenomenal women poets who are going to come on and share some of their words with us. So be prepared for that. Stay tuned for our Hello America National Women's Month edition.
Wow, Brother O, I want to thank you, man, and your special guest today. It's been amazing. We from Washington, D.C. Our prayers and support and love goes out to the people in Baltimore. We always take a minute. Brother O, we talked about that today, man, the tragedy of losing folk. And it's no way we can have a network. And they right up the street from me. I crossed that bridge. So our love and prayers and support goes out to all the people there, Brother O. And is there a big bridge in Chicago, Brother? Oh, I don't know. Is there a big bridge there, man?
Yeah, we have a bridge. But yeah, that was just seeing that. I saw it this morning. I think it was like it was surreal almost just watching that.
Yeah, man. And I'm glad the Queen came on tonight just to send some more positive vibes, just her content, her information, just a little bit, man, just took our minds off of it for a second, because it's people that I know in Baltimore. I talked to a young lady, said her son just crossed the bridge when it happened, so our prayers and love and support goes out to all the family and friends and support of PIC TV Network, all of our managers and all our partners around the world. We're sending our prayers to the loved ones in Baltimore. Brother O, you'll be back on another show coming on right after this.
Yep.
Thank you, PIC TV Network. Don't go far, because we got a brand new show coming on right after this. This is David Evans, Brother Ryan Meadows, from Washington, D.C. to Chicago. And I want to thank the Queen for coming on. Queen, you did wonderful.
Thank y'all so much. Y'all got to bring me back, because it's more that I got to educate people on.
Look, I think you look like Mary J. Blige. I thought there was a twin down here somewhere. We may have a lot of hits. And Mary J. He got Mary J. on here.
I was quickly. I was at we were at Cook County Jail. She was in front of the camera, so I already witnessed her. She was talking.
Yeah, she was good.
I don't play with these people. They never played. They never played with us. So why should we play with them?
We got place for you on PIC TV Network. I love your vibe. Hey, when I come to Chicago, I just want some pizza. I want you to take me to somewhere. I haven't been there since Michael Jordan left, so I want some nice pizza, Queen Jazz, when I come down there. Right? Yeah, some pizza. I want some pizza.
I know a couple of spots.
A couple of spots. Now I can eat a whole pizza now. Don't let this frame fool you. Now I can eat a whole. I like pineapples on my pizza. Sausage, pepperoni.
You better take it easy. All that bread.
Thank you, PIC TV Network. We'll be right back after this.